Okay.
I got InDesign, looked at it. I just took it and converted it into Word because I think it's easier when you add stuff and
yeah, InDesign is really slow to work, to be honest. I don't like it.
Yeah, so that's what I spent some time. It was a pain. It's really annoying. Do anything in Word, specifically trying to design something that looks kind of good, because I also want to make it kind of good, like have consistency.
It's your brand, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Like I want consistency everywhere. So that
Have
was
you
a
tried
pain.
Figma?
No, I've not. No.
I can definitely recommend it. Like if I want a proposal that looks a little bit more designed and everything, like Figma is really cool.
Awesome. How easy is it to like add stuff and do that? Because like one thing with InDesign is like if you're writing somewhere, like you have a paragraph and let's say you have more deliverables, right? Like on one project, and now you want to add like maybe double the amount. Now you have to go on the other pages and kind of move everything down.
Right. Now Figma is almost like Photoshop, but more flexible. Moving stuff is so fast. Yeah, but it's not like a Word document. It's not a document for. It's not software for documents, but you can create a document in Figma without a problem. And actually, now they have a free version that you can make a presentation from your docs.
Oh, okay.
So you can create a
PDF as well. Like
yes, exactly.
Really cool.
It's super fast to edit too. Yeah, I think Figma is the best way. Yeah, you're right. Hey, Prashant, what's going on?
Just some work I got it.
Mm-hmm. And why you grab your head? It's too heavy?
It's some procedural model stuff. So
okay.
I have to figure out a lot of things.
I saw you doing it
to be 3D printed as well. So
what do you say, Andre?
I saw on LinkedIn.
no, that is personal project.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Congrats, man. Congrats.
Yeah.
Leveling up.
Yeah.
That's good.
I'm watching some Solaris stuff as well, trying to.
Yeah,
a little bit is pissing me off. I'm sorry, guys.
That's great. Hey, we need to welcome Daryl. Welcome him. Hey, Daryl. This is how can I pronounce your name correctly? I always say that's the first time. Hey, man.
How y'all doing? My bad. I'm getting ready for work at my 9 to 5.
Okay. But how can I pronounce your name in the best way?
Oh, it's Daryl.
Daryl. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Welcome, man. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love your hair, man.
Oh, thank you.
Looks pretty good. I envy because I don't have any. So, I always say that.
All right, it'll come.
No, it will not come. Never. I wish. But man, doesn't matter. I'm a grown-up man, so I can handle it. So no worries. Okay, guys. Today we're going to have a topic that is pretty interesting. We had this covering in the morning. We talk about a little bit, but we're going to dive deep into this today because I think it's pretty important, and it's something that we don't talk too much often on this, in the business world. I mean, in high scale, you can see people that's talking about it because this thing can make you make decisions pretty fast. And basically, whatever business make decision faster, it gets bigger. It can be more dynamic. And when you are, hiring people and you have a lot of people on board, decisions will impact a lot for more people, right? Not just you. So that's why you need to be super wise in terms of what is the decision. And if you make the decision faster, you grow up faster. That's it. That's the intro. So what is this thing? This thing is instant. There is a lot of information out there, and there is a lot of people that say this is the right thing to do, blah, 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 and everyone has different experiences. And the goal here, or at least the goal that I have in this group, right, is that everyone can develop that inside of us. Why? Because I think the instinct is the voice from the source, right? From the creator, if you're a believer, if you're not, from nature, right? From from your being, from the truth, basically. I know this. I'm not trying to be a woo-woo or trying to be so this weird, right, perspective, but it's true. Why it's true? Because when you start doing a lot of things a lot of times, let's say you're outreaching the process to be in the context that we're talking about. When you see profiles LinkedIn one and again, you start developing a certain perspective of what people is the right fit or not, based on your instinct, not so much on the info, because you start to recognize different patterns unconsciously, right? And you are trying to match the patterns that you think it will work. And then, for example, when someone posts something or when someone says something to the world, you can notice exactly the intentions behind what it's saying. And regarding those intentions is the perspective of, is this person or this company a good fit for what I'm offering? It makes sense, this, or this is a little too meta? Okay, I need to share with you, like, who has experience of instant experience in everyday life, not work related, and can be anything. Who can share an experience that with this same topic?
Well, if you remember, like the client that was asking you guys about, like I wasn't sure if I should pursue, like go with the project and stuff. Like it was like an instinct thing in the sense that like they were already working with like a different company and they weren't really happy, and just by how they were approaching certain like subjects and like certain like terms, I kind of felt like it's a bit of a red flag. Also, they were kind of trying to get a team, even like one person having multiple departments, or just one person per department, and have like a 5-minute animation in a couple of months, like very unrealistic. Yeah, but like they did seem like they had a good image. They seemed like good people, like they were. But behind all of that, I feel like I just in the end I was like, yeah, I don't like the feeling of this.
Wow, that's great. How that turned out? Like, how was the result of that?
I told him like right now it's not where I want to go, because it was also true, like I didn't really want my portfolio to go that direction. And yeah, he said thank you, I appreciate the transparency. That's it.
That's good. That's good. So you trust in that feeling, right? And that thing probably can save you a lot of pain, right?
Yeah.
That's good. Awesome. So who else here has an experience? Can be work related, can be in personal life, right? Can be anything. But who else here have an experience that felt instant in their decisions?
Well, it happened with me once. Like I straightforwardly said, and one of my friend picked it. And in starting, I warned him like I am not getting good vibes about it, so better let it go. But he accepted that, and in the end, he ended up not getting paid for that.
Ooh, okay. So yeah. You as a friend, you say to him, "Hey man, I have a bad feeling about this. Don't go." Yeah. And he said, "No man, I need the money." And he went over, and then he didn't get paid at the end.
Yep.
That's bad, man. That's I'm sorry about that. That's not a good thing.
Yep.
I want to make fun of that because it's a pain. It's really a pain. Okay. So yeah, who else here has that same thing? I'm just asking because I want to recognize the pattern. When we talk about this, we start recognizing that moment. We remember that moment and we start to internalizing a little bit. Right? So yeah, who else? You can raise your hand, you can unmute yourself. No? Nobody? Okay, I understand that it can be hard to share this stuff too, but yeah, I try to trust it because the funny thing is like that thing is really what will create a lifesaver a lot of times. And also, if you start developing that really intentionally, you can start putting the right thing faster. As for example, Andre talked about, hey, felt that's a no because red flags. Basically, and the funny things, like, they look good, they have a good online presence, everything was correct in terms of data, but something there, it was not correct in the way that they communicate or in the way that they show up, right? So I think it's super important. Why? Because if we trying to create a network of connections, if you of understanding internally who is the right person, who is the right fit, probably you will get a more effective high-paying clients faster. Why? Because this is not about bad people, good people. It's just about levels. It's just about goals, right? So if you want to create like a premium service that look for premium people, basically you need to detect those people. And that detection is all about instinct. It's super hard just to detect that with data. And also, when you start developing this thing, when you have conversation with clients in terms of project or in a meeting, right? You start creating, basically you create the room, and you create a room because you know how to navigate that feeling and ask the right question at the right time. So being able to detect the instant is always useful. It's also useful when you ask questions to the clients, because now you're not following a script. You're just reacting to the moment regarding a feeling that you're having that you need to train before because you want to be accurate, right? So how you trained that instinct? That's the question, right? How you do it, right? So, so it's super simple. First of all, I mean, it's not simple. Because it's simple, it's not easy, right? But first of all, like, it's connected with your emotions. That's the first step, right? So if for you it's hard to feel stuff, right? If you act more like more in logistic terms, it will be harder for you to develop that, but it's not impossible. So the first step is just detect your emotions and detect also the other person's emotions. So that's why it's super important to have a lot of calls. That's why it's super important to talk to humans, right? Like often. And try to be intentional in terms of how is this person feeling about what I'm saying and how I'm feeling about what he or her is saying to me. That's the first step. So if you detect your emotions, like I feel relieved, or I feel angry, or I feel comfortable, or I feel anxious, right? Whatever you're feeling, the first step is just detect those stuff. Because basically feelings are just alarms for our beliefs. So feelings are connected directly to what we believe. And what I mean with this, let's say someone is saying to you, hey, this work is not good. So this animation or this whatever is not good. It's not good for this, this, and this. If you believe that you're really good, the feeling that you will have is, oh, okay, so how can I fix it, right? But if you believe that you're not good enough, you will be in the defensive and you will feel that they will attack you with that comment. That makes sense, right? Okay, so the first thing is to detect what are your feelings, because what are your feelings, it will create a reflection of what you believe, right? And basically what you believe, it will transform in your reality at the end, right? Because, beliefs are first all the time, right? So basically what you believe, it will create the outcome that you will have. This is super simple, correct? So I have a question for you guys. So who here has problems to detect their feelings, or who will want to talk about it, right? Like, so who has like some problems to detect what he's feeling? or everyone is good on that term? What situation do you feel like you're being attacked? Hey there, hope you're enjoying the video. Just a few seconds. If you're stuck below 1K gigs and you want to start closing 5K projects on a monthly basis, this is for you. In the description below, you can apply for our free school community. Inside, you will get a private 3D community, a mindset module, a modeling and animation course, a cinematic 3D lighting course for free, a high ticket sales course free for now, and the Vault with our best training. 1 year full of meetings ready for you. Can check it out. Okay, see you there.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
We say attack, but sometimes when I'm trying to stuff like that and finding out where I'm useful, I kind of, you know, like have trouble, I guess.
Mm-hmm. What can you expand on that a little bit?
Yeah, so basically, like when I'm DMing clients and stuff like that, you know, and I'm pretty much making my offers. I mean, I filled out my niche worksheet that you gave us, and that
Right.
definitely helped out a bit as far as figuring out exactly what I want to do and stuff like that. But just kind of figuring out where it is that I can be of service other than like
Right.
visual components, you know, like, and
Yeah.
I guess just figuring out what areas I can help a business save money and stuff like that, if that helps.
Okay. And so, and what happened when someone says that doesn't like what you do or doesn't like how you behave? How?
I've sent out too many DMs, maybe still under 100, but not everybody responds. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I just feel like I need that. And with talking to Chat GPT, I told it to, you know, put itself in the mind of like a business CEO owner or something like that, and it was telling me kind of the same thing, you know, that having improvement, like telling a company, you know, I can help improve your visuals, you know, my 3D renders rival the best cameras and stuff like that. They say that what ChatGPT was telling me, like that's fine, you know, but they would want to hear more than, you know, I offer nice visuals for you. Like I need a stronger offer.
Cool. I think that you take a great point. Like who here feels when you send messages and no one respond or the response rate is low? Who here's like feel that it's her fault or like you're doing something wrong with it because that happened? Who
Yeah.
like, feel it that way?
Definitely.
Okay, I understand. Cool. So, but the reality is, a lot of the times, I can say that you can improve all the time to reach out people. That's for sure. But a lot of the time, it's just people is busy. Like there's a lot of new realities of that someone does not reply your message. It's something like when you start understanding that this concept, it will reduce the anxiety also following up. When you understand that there is a whole world on that person and you don't take it into the personal level, you will understand that even following up in a deal, it can take longer than you expect. But it's not because you're doing something wrong. It's because the reality of that person is that way, right? But if you feel at defensive, you starting following up like with anxiety, right? And that's not a good position. Like acting regarding anxious feeling is not in favor of helping others. Never. Right? If you think about it, it's like if you really want to help someone and you expect that person to change in the time that you want them to change, or do you want them to realize what you're doing for them, you're not doing any favor at the end. You're just doing it for yourself. So basically, when you feel that you're being in the defensive and you're doing something wrong because that person doesn't reply, you're using the same perspective. And most of the time, like people are busy. People don't see the messages. They skip emails. They have lives that doesn't them allow them to be active on it. And that's a reality. It's like, I think the majority of the time is not your fault. So that's why, volume is key, because you need to reach that possibility that it's all about statistics, right? Of people that seeing it or not seeing it because of different reasons. So if you amplify the volume, you have more chances to attract the people in that percentage, right? So also, if you remove from yourself the feeling of being a defensive, or the feeling that I need to sell something, or I need something, right? The feeling that I need something, you will increase your chances to be a better salespeople, because basically you're not selling. And that's something really interesting to understand, because when we connect with a human on a meeting and we don't know, everything that you do matters. Like your lighting, the way you see them, the way you talk, the way you introduce yourself, your background, I don't know, anything that they can see and at the first glance, it will matter. And when you really have the belief that you're really good at what you do, or you can help them, and your confidence level is really high, you will attract a better perspective in the meeting for yourself, right? So if you remove that feeling of being a defensive, or that feeling that, oh, this person will not like me, or I need to get their approval, or right, that perspective, if you remove that, your chances to be successful in a negotiation will really high. It's almost like we need to learn from cats. What we can learn from cats. And that's an important lesson. We are attracted to cat. Yeah. Oh my God, it's so cute. Oh no. Look at that ears, man. Oh, what is the name, Andre?
His name is Mario.
Mario.
Yeah, like
That's
Super
great. Super Mario. That's awesome, man. So what is what is the interesting thing about a cat? Because we are being attracted by do whatever they want, and we know we're being attracted by them because they do whatever they want, and they don't give a blank about others, right? But that's an important lesson, because if you negotiate that way, you will be so much success, and you can charge a lot of money actually if you don't care. And that's a really interesting concept. So understanding that is connected to our gut feeling. And that's why it's super important to have this connection. If you remove yourself if you remove the equation that I need to have the approval by anyone, even for your client, or approval this budget, or whatever approval, if you remove that, and if you put in the input, you put like a huge belief in what you do, a huge belief of what you are, right? Then you start reading things in the room. And when you start reading things in the room, you will notice actually how much money you can charge in the spot. This is an interesting concept, guys. It's like when you start asking questions and you develop this instinct inside of you, you can start reading exactly how much money you can charge for the project. You can start with the idea of 10K, but you realize the position that we have in the meeting, and you can increase 2-3K just by that feeling. And that's, basically if you develop this thing, it can increase your profits a lot. So I'm not talking about like BS, right? Maybe don't. And yeah, I mean, so basically to summarize, if you're not connecting by your feelings, please do. Please start connecting what you feel on every occasion, because your feeling will be an alarm of your beliefs, right? So what you're feeling is a symptom of your beliefs, right? And your beliefs as the most important thing that you can have. And when you start understanding your feelings, you now understand why things work and why things don't work. So the goal here is to take risks, right? To start taking risk on some things that are not And impossible, don't take a big consequence, right? Risk like I will talk to these people, or risk I will say this to this person that I know that will take what I'm saying in this way. So what I'm saying is like try to practice this instinct, basically this gut feeling. Try to practice it in safe environments, right? Something that will not cost you much. And when you understand how your body and your brain and your spirit is talking to you regarding that feeling, you're gonna start, putting there on more important stuff. That's Carly, or that's Plummet?
It's Cookie. It's a new one.
Cookie, it's a new one. Oh my God. Okay, so when you start practicing that, you are start developing that and reading the environment, reading the room. And reading the room is the most important thing when you want to offer something and you want to talk to someone to put a price on it. So feelings, beliefs, right? After the beliefs, practice the instance, practice it. And after you practice it, put it on chart and put it on every meetings that you're doing, and start reading the room and start to participate in the room in a more present way, meaning that instinct will not happen if you are distracted. Okay, so if you have distractions in the present moment, you will blocking instinct. So for example, if you're in a meeting with someone and you're thinking about other stuff, or you're reading a script, or distracted by any means, like you have notification or you have messages meanwhile you're talking to someone in a meeting, king that. You need to be present to understand that. And that's why it's important, to practice that with someone that maybe you know better. Because if you practice this with someone that you know better, it will be easier to detect inside of you. Okay? I know, this is, you think, why is this talking about this? Where's the business meeting? Right? While we're talking about instinct. But if you have the fortune to talk with people that really make high level decisions, and please do, if you have some millionaire or someone in your life that is pretty successful, invite them to a lunch. That will make you a big favor. So if you have that chance, just go there and invite someone to lunch that you think that has this thing developed. And you ask this question: how you make decisions? What things you do to make decisions? What tools do you use? And they will always say the gut feeling is super important for business. Gut feeling, if you have really developed the gut feeling, it will save you time. It will avoid with people that is harmful, and you can make a lot of money with it. So yeah, I know in the morning, Sarah, that you talk about the window, that you have this perspective of being inside and outside the window, and I would love for you can expand that a little bit.
I was thinking about making a resume of what I was thinking. First, it's kind of a system of a process. First, I'm monitoring, like I'm checking LinkedIn, Instagram, TV show. A really good one is Shark Tank. I don't know if you know that kind of thing. I look at innovation fair, exhibition, festival. I look at all that kind of thing. When I got all this information, I'm able to see at which stage the brand is. Is it a well-established brand? Is it a middle brand? Or is it a baby brand? And for each kind of brand, I've got a process. So if it's a baby brand, they don't have UGC content, they don't have a lot of stuff on their Instagram. So they're good, but they're maybe not ready yet. I need them to be a little more grown up,
right,
to be able to get something from them, because they're not gonna be in the mind to give me some money.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
So that's how I put myself in the window. I wait for be mature enough, but not too old, because if they're too old, they're gonna expect me to do amazing thing like Pixar movie, and I'm not the right people to do that. That's the spirit of the window. You need to be ready, and they need to be ready on the side too.
Right.
And there is also a really important thing. It's a cycle of a brand. If the brand is launching, I don't know, maybe it's cosmetic stuff, they're new, they're launching foundation. They're not gonna have a long life if they only do that product. So if they launch, you wait till they die or they continue to live.
Right.
And if they continue to live, they're gonna launch maybe sunscreen, maybe lipstick, and it's the same thing for beverage. They can't stay in place if they don't scale on their own. So that's the thing.
That's huge. I mean, what you said is amazing. I mean, because basically what you create here is a limit, right? The window you mentioned is a frame, right? It's a frame because you put inside the frames are your fits, basically, are the people that fit your requirements. And what you're saying basically is like, of course, life is a loop, is a cycle, and everything is a cycle, right? And brands also have a cycle. So basically, if you go to baby brands, they don't have the culture to invest on their content. So basically, to make a jump to invest in your prices, it will be too much. It's not necessary to go there because they don't have that culture to invest in that. But on the other hand, a more like a bigger brand, an older brand, they will expect like too much, and basically that's too much, basically, right? And so the fit that you're looking for is a brand that survive the beginning, and after they survive, they need to be more mature, and probably they will realize that content is a requirement to grow. And when they realize that need in their business, you are the good fit because you can provide them that at that stage.
Yeah, and basically the window, it's really like a circle. So if you miss it, you have to wait, and it's gonna get back.
And that's interesting. So what is your perfect moment there?
It's like I see a launch of a product, so basically it's too late for me. They're already at launch. So I know in 6 months they're gonna have the need to launch something new. Lose interest, investors.
That's good. You will put a pin on the calendar and you will say, okay, this product was launched. So in 3 months, I will catch up with them, right? And I will follow up with them in that period of time because they will need a launch in the next year at the same time. Yeah. That's good. Actually, that's how I work with recurring clients. You see, in my experience, like I have almost like 4 or 5 clients for life, and they always use different period of times. And for me, it's easier because I work a lot with exhibitions. So I see when the show will be, and I understand that the show is in May, right? And I know that in February, I need to go all in on January with them, for them can have the content ready for May. So, right. So, cool. Awesome. So, and what happened? This is pretty interesting. So, what happened when you missed the boat? What happened when you missed that time? Do you get a feeling of, do you feel like you fail, or do you feel like, oh, it doesn't matter? Like, what is your feeling there?
There is window everywhere. So,
good.
No, it's never a loss because, there is really, really a lot of opportunities.
Right. It's an abundance everywhere.
Yeah. It's like every time you can look everywhere. Like, first, I think now we're supposed to work for the summer stuff. So everything preparing for summer stuff. And in summer, you're supposed to work for Christmas stuff. So it's always, it's coming back every time.
Right. So, and you know who make this? Who had that work ethic?
What?
Who insect has that work ethic that you mentioned?
I don't know.
Like ants.
Ah,
Ants.
yeah.
The ants work in summer for winter and work in winter for summer, basically, and they don't stop. They don't
Yeah.
stop. They don't stop.
And also, that's kind of I've put a red flag on people asking me for summer stuff 1 month before summer. It means organized enough.
Yes.
They're young, they don't know what they do, and it's gonna be a mess. So just go away.
Oh, okay. So a red flag you have also in your window, right?
Yeah.
You in your limits, right? You have red flags that highlighting you that you don't want to mess with that type of profiles.
Yeah.
Right.
Or if they have a big budget because they know the timeline really stretch is not stretch. I go there, but if it's low budget and 2 weeks or 1 month before summer, it's already too late for them. They're not gonna. It's not gonna work.
But
Not me.
what did they say? We have 3 times the budget that we used to have.
Oh, it's okay. I go there.
Okay,
Then,
perfect.
yeah.
Because you can create a team and you can create externalize and you have more help and basically have more ants.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's it. Cool. So any other red flag that you think will?
Yeah. White label.
Oh, white label.
I only go to white label when I need a little pocket money.
What do you mean with the white label?
Because usually they don't know their product. They don't care about the product. They're here to launch a ton of stuff. They don't know which flavor is the product. They don't care. So if they don't care, I can't care. They don't trust their stuff. They're just here to sell a lot of drink. And the last I talked to a guy in January. He was launching a beverage, and he wants a video. He does not have anything but video. So it was too soon. But I asked him, what do you want me to put to enhance in your product? Is it the flavor? Is it the benefits? And he was like, I don't know the flavor of the product. So I was like, oh, big red flag.
Right. Disconnected from the product.
Yeah.
Right. So it's interesting. So do you think that basically you are projecting your ethics in terms of work into the people that you're looking for?
Yeah.
Right. So basically,
most of the time.
And this is interesting because I believe basically you are attracting what you develop in your own life. And that's really interesting because that's more a spiritual perspective. It's more meta, but it's true. Basically, in your life, you will attract what you are. It's like whatever you are, you will attract in your life. That's why, you know, when you create some pieces from personal projects, you attract them into work. It's because that's the same principle. But sometimes because we are greedy or we are scared about money, those things, like we broke those arrangements with ourselves. And every time that we broke that, we have a bad moment. It's not a good thing. Yeah. But basically, so I think that the end perspective is, if you want to attract better clients, you need to be better at the end, right? You need to be more organized. You need to be more diligent.
And
more.
I'm sorry, I don't.
No, go ahead.
Sell me shit. It's not good for health. It's not good for me. I'm a buyer, so I don't want people give me shit to drink and eat. Right.
That's cool. That's cool. I think, you know, the concept of the window is really interesting. I never saw that way, and it's also really healthy. It's really healthy to be honest with that. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Okay, awesome. I have some questions about what we're just discussing here. I know it's pretty deep, but you know, business is deep. I can tell you, hey, let's do business and we make A, B, C, D, and that will be not good because I don't have the truth. No one has the truth. In the internet is full of BS. There's everyone saying they have the magic formula, the magic routine. I need to wake up 5 a.m., put ice in my face, and I need to go and run 3 miles, and I need to read 3 books. And that's I'm not saying that's bad, but that's what worked for them. You need to figure out what's worked for you, and that's why Instant is personal, and that's why you need to develop that system for yourself. Because you need to learn how to do it for yourself. If you learn how to do it for yourself, that's the goal. Because no one will be you. No one will understand the reality as you. You have different type of backgrounds, beliefs, ethics, and all of that. So basically, you need to find out and discover what is for you, the system that you will sustain in time. Because this is not for a couple months, guys. This is for years. If you really want to build a business, this is for years. So that's why it's important to develop your own system. Okay, so any questions? I know this is, as I mentioned before, it's pretty meta, but we're open to make some questions. Okay, Munir, go ahead.
Yeah, so I have a question, but it's kind of unrelated to what we just discussed now. Yeah, so I'm just curious, how do you typically handle competition? So let's say you come across a really good brand that has like a solid product and positioning and stuff. So they're a perfect fit, but then looking through their website and social media, you see a lot of CG stuff similar to what you offer, and the quality is pretty good. So how do you do you still pursue them, or do you just strike them out of the list entirely, or like how do you handle that?
Perfect question. And it's related with your belief of self-worth. Okay? My belief, because I need to ask my experience, I don't have any competition. I'm not saying I'm the best. That's different. But I don't have any competition. Why? Because no one is me. And because no one is me, what I can put as a solution for someone, it will be from my perspective. So when I look that, basically, first of all, I don't look anything out there as competition. I just look for inspiration. That's a different thing. And why I don't see that competition is real. Because basically the experience that someone can have working with you is unique. Even that the outcome can be similar, right? But the experience that they will have is unique. And I can provide that because me is the only me that I will have. Weird as sound. But basically what I'm saying is like, imagine you have twins, right? You have the twins, people that are twins. And from the outside, they look similar. But in the inside, there's different human beings. So basically, when you imagine you're having a date, right? With probably the date will be so much different because they're different persons. So from the outside, I'm dating the same person, but in the experience, I have a totally different experience.
Yeah.
Makes sense? I know it's hard, is a funny or hard like example, but it is. So if you judge your work just by the outcome, it's almost the same as judging a person for the way it looks, not for the human that it is. Okay? So when someone is connecting with you in a project, you can show a totally different way to do the same outcome. And that will differentiate yourself from the rest.
Okay.
It makes sense?
Yeah. Like, okay, one thing that usually holds me back is I just think, okay, like, why should they go with me instead of like those are the thoughts in my head anytime I try to. So yeah.
Of course, syndrome, we live it, like it's always there. How to handle it? Why not? Why not you?
Yeah, I guess.
Do you have the skills?
Yeah,
Can you solve that problem?
definitely.
Okay. Andrew, go ahead.
So it's like I've always been thinking about everybody has the right to say no, and it's not my place to take that right away from someone. So I will just ask, and if they don't want it, they'll say no, and that's it. I will not disqualify myself from the get-go. Yeah.
Good, man.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yes. I mean, at the end, you know, if you can do it, you're the perfect fit. If you cannot solve the problem, that's fine. They will deserve the same solution, the best solution that they can have. But you need to believe that you can be the best solution. I mean, if you're not believing that, just you start believing it because it's true. Hey, MD, go ahead.
I think it came back to what Pedro said earlier. It's a game of numbers. If you deal with very little prospects, even one of the, naturally you will feel desperate. Naturally you will feel, if they rejected yourself down and downhill. But if you keep on focusing on the business side of it and just take it like a business, you know, somebody will say yes and somebody will say no, and life goes on. So you just, if people say no, so you just, you know, it's fine, it's okay. So next to the next prospect. So that's why it's important to have like a lot of DMs and a lot of messages, so that you always have somebody else, you know, down the line waiting for you, and that will meet your goals eventually.
You have a great point, because basically increasing the traffic, it will create a more relaxed perspective. Basically, if you have more calls, if you have more people that are aware that you exist, and at the same time they book calls, like more calls or more leads you have, you know, that you can manage, it will create a better perspective. Yeah.
You will feel more relaxed and not as needy, you know, as desperate.
Right. And I think it's pretty interesting, MD, because I saw a lot of posts that you have on LinkedIn, and the quality of them is really different. But basically, you understand that for your niche, that's not the most important thing. And that's a really clear perspective, right? That you are solving a problem, even that if I'm posting one project that it looks like a 4 and the other project looks like a 10, right? That's not the main thing. The most important thing is to be there for them, right?
Correct. You're right.
Yeah. How you feel about it? How you create that perspective in your reality, in your perception, how you create that clarity on your outbound, how you create it.
Can you rephrase that question again?
Yeah. Basically, how you understand that putting out there the solution as a provider, a solution, and not just as a beautiful render, it will create a better impact for your business.
Actually, I said cold email. I think it was 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Back then, the response was like quite positive. I mean, but of course, that you have to have a portfolio and a niche, and you know who you target.
Right.
Offer, of course, you have to have already in your avatar and stuff like that. Eventually, I just opened to talk to the business. You know, I didn't pitch them so hard. I just opened like
Interesting.
review, and just like if I remember correctly, I rephrase it the way like like you happen to need any 3D model or any product or any renderings in the future, and if you do, just let me know, and I'll be around. And I'm not sure if how is it with you, Pedro, but typically with me, the time that it took from the prospect to the clients usually take months, like 2 to 3 months.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
It doesn't. I don't think I have any prospect that like very quickly that have a meeting this week and then next week the project is we go to the project, and usually because it needs to be aligned with their needs. Like you said, like if they need some content for trade shows for in 3 months time or in 6 months time. So probably in 3 months they will contact you, but no project as if then. But just remain positive and just keep following up. I don't follow up like every 2-3 days. My minimum follow up time is like actually 1 week or 2 weeks. So just to show them that we are relaxed, that we're not pushy or stuff like that.
Right.
It's important to make people feel that they are, nobody. I won't say that nobody likes a salesperson. Everybody's doing sales, but nobody likes a really pushy salesperson. So I always tell myself that just be relaxed and take a breath and take a step back.
It's pretty interesting what you said, because basically you just talk to business owners and you have information from them. It's like, I don't know, here's like everyone is doing that. I don't know if here's everyone asking questions to business owners. I think every business needs to have that info in the beginning. Like, what are business owners looking for in your niche? And that's something can be actually a great starter as a relationship. Like, if you have chance to ask someone about their business in the beginning, and you feel like you're really interested in to know, because you are really interested to know, because valuable information, right?
Yes.
So if you ask that in the beginning, you will open a lot of doors with them.
Typically, during the discovery call, I think none of the information has anything to do with me or the service that I offer.
Right.
So usually everything is about them. All the questions geared towards them, towards their needs, towards what do they need and why do they need this now, and why meet others.
Yes.
And one of the important questions, Munir mentioned about competition. If they talk to me, if they engage in the discovery call, I always ask them that, have you engaged any freelancer before, or have you engaged any social artist before? So if you have, how was your experience? And I think some of them did say that the experience is not good, like the 3D artists do things halfway or half cook and stuff like that. So you just have to be not persuasive, but be confident and stick your ground and make them feel confident with your skills and what you presented. And obviously, the first impression will not last. So make sure, before you have the meeting with them, make sure you study about the product, the company, what do they do, and who are you meeting with, and just like.
I think that's a great point. There are 2 points here. Probably, if someone is calling you because they have a bad experience with the person, because if not, they will just probably call them again. So that's one thing, right?
Yeah. Yes.
And then, whatever you show confident, that will reflect a lot. It's almost like a mirror that you need to reflect. If you need to force it at the beginning, just force it. It doesn't matter. It's like how Tony Robbins says, like, fake until you make it. It has kind of truth. So
I'm even if every time you have the discovery call, my chest, my heart is like going out of my chest. I will feel super nervous. I will feel whether I'm fit for the job. And the one thing that I did is I always I think took a 2 hour or 1 hour preparation prior to the meeting, and I always listen up to Chris Bro sales calls, practice calls, the kind of question that Chris asks.
Right.
And that kind of helps, just to remind myself of what are the right questions to ask and how to position myself as the expert in front of the client at the time.
If I am understanding, like before a call, you practice the questions, like you frame it in your head, or what exactly is that?
Something like that.
Okay,
Sometimes I frame it in my head. Sometimes I wrote it down.
So you prepare?
Not all the time. I have to be prepared. I mean, not like 100% prepared, but I have to do some due diligence and some studies. Because not all the time that we talk in front of the mirror. Sometimes we didn't have the drive, the motivation to just practice to be perfect. So whenever we have the call, suddenly we have to. I'm not sure if you heard my background. A lot of kids. I apologize for that.
No, we're not hearing, but sometimes we see a kid running like in the background, blurred.
Yeah. I have 3 of them behind me, so it's late. I actually need to go to bed. but yeah, I always practice it. I mean, not all the time, but whenever I have the call. So before at least 1 or 2 hours before, I always practice it. Always look for Crystal, the way he handle rejection, the way he asks question, the way he frames whenever the client asks on the budget and stuff like that. Never mentions something like, we are an expert, we can definitely do this. Those are not the right things to say.
Good.
Because it makes it shifts the focus to you instead of to the client, instead of to their needs and how you can help.
That's right. Hey, Sarah, go ahead.
Yeah.
That's great, MD. That's great. Thank you.
Yeah, I've got a sheet with questions for each call, so it's just
great.
Wonderful.
So you prepared for that sheet, like you read it and you like, what is the process there?
It's all the information I need to get from the client.
Got it. Yes.
So it's by general information, their needs,
yes,
and personal question, and
yes,
after the closing. So if I'm not really here in the call, I'm like, I don't know why I'm stressing out or something. I just look at the sheet and then I go
yes, you go back and track.
Yeah.
But sometimes, even though we have the question in front of us, the discussion can go sideways, into whatever, away from the question. So you have to, it's good to have that in front of you so that you can, pull the client back to the focus and to the question that in front of you.
Right.
Yeah.
It's almost like a leash, like a dog's leash.
Yeah.
You can extend the leash a little bit, and then when the dog is too far, you can
exactly.
Go here, man. Go here. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I think it's super important what you're saying. Also, in the classroom, you have in the first meeting video, you have also like a Google Doc with questions there. You can check it out and see for yourself.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That's helpful.
And this is great. So anyone has a question here or anything or any thoughts, anything because I want to finish with the video, and it's a short video, like don't worry, super short, but just a thought I think is pretty interesting. But if anyone has a question, like now, almost like in a marriage, say now or shut up forever or something like that. Sarah, go ahead.
No, it's not a question. It's another red flag I put on my list. The brands were only built on personal branding. When you see I've called them the solo entrepreneur journey. It's like a guy who is building his brand alone, and at the beginning they only want to do everything by themselves.
By themselves, yes.
Yeah, so just don't go.
Yeah, they don't have the money. That happened with Gillette. Remember that call in the morning? Like Gillette has a client that was like a solopreneur, a young one that even he didn't show up to the meeting. So you can imagine how professional it is to don't show up. Okay. Prashant, go ahead.
I just wanted to clarify like what Sarah and Hafiz said. Like you guys are have a client call. Like just like we prepare for company interviews, we have to make the notes about the company, the person who we talk to, and the like project, like whatever we can research about. Or is it something specific, like all the points which you guys can mention?
I mean, every niche has a different perspective, right? You need to find out what is the most relevant question for your niche. But at the same time, there's some general questions about business that you need to understand. But basically, the mood here is like you just need to have information about them. And don't say that you're an expert. Don't say that you can do this. Don't say that you are the best in what you do. It's like all these things are not helpful because, as MD mentioned,
That's a red flag statement.
right, actually they're red, right?
So exactly.
Basically all the focus will be in you and not in them, and you need to feel them as they are important. Like that's the feeling that you need to force the perception that they are the most important human being in your world right now. Right? It's like Sarah's laughing, but it's true. So yeah, if you get that, I mean, it doesn't matter how the question that you do, is also the tone of voice that you use, what is the rhythm that you use, how anxious or how relaxed are you in the meeting, all those stuff add into the perspective that they are the most important person in the world right now. So you have that in your mind, it will be easier, because how you can talk to someone that is the most important person in the world? Probably you ask a lot of questions, right? Probably you will know more about them in the moment. And that's the feeling. And because this is pretty straightforward, you ask a lot of questions, and they will see your profile, and they will check all your communication, and they will see what you do, and they will see what you offer, and you don't need to mention it, basically, right? Because that's already framed it before the meeting. You know? I mean, the truth that you're having the meeting because they're interested in you before. So now is your time to show that back and you be interested in them. Make sense? Okay, cool. Anyone else? We have Sarwan, Anthony, Andrew, Dario. Hey, welcome, Daryl and Rohan. This is the first business meeting. Questions about, Sales Navigator and all those boring stuff, you can just let me know and I can just clarify that pretty fast. But this, why we talk about this in business meeting, because business is all about mindset. And if you have the right mindset, if you have the right approach, beliefs, and all of that, it will affect your business directly. So that's why we talk about this stuff. Really beneficial for business. So more you grow, better beliefs you have, and more confident you are, you can start charging the really good money. And then when you start charging really good money, everything falls down into a good place, because you have all the good energy to do a great project, and you have more time, you have more resources, and you will deliver a better piece at the end. And that will create another great portfolio piece, and that will create a great testimonial, and that you get another client, and then that's how you progressive do this thing, right? Of course, this is not uphill. Yes, it's a roller coaster. It has ups and downs, and that's part of life. But if you always enjoy the journey, that will also helpful, right? Hey, Rohan, go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to know that in which course I have to talk about what, so that I don't.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Like, for example, this one is like for what?
Oh,
exactly. Yeah, like that.
I mean,
So that,
we put titles. Yeah. We put titles on the calls, but basically, just everything that you want to know, just talk about it. We try to organize this stuff, but humans are complex, and we are not robots that you can just talk about the stuff, right? But usually, Monday's a business meeting, Tuesday as sales role plays, and this is a perfect moment to practice this, to practice how you ask questions, your tone of voice, how you talk to clients, what things to say and what things not to say in a more like detailed way, right? That's almost like we're rehearsing meetings in sales role plays. And on Thursday, we try to talk about content, try to talk about more personal brand and try to talk about more how we effectively go out there with our communication to attract these type of people, right? But at the end, in the real perspective of life, inside a meeting, if we have a doubt, or we have something that we can ask, is open to ask anything, right? Is that clear answer? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome, guys. I will share you the last thing. I will share and let me know if you heard the audio. I'll put this guy here.
A farmer planted bamboo.
Okay, can you hear the audio? I don't see you, but okay, perfect. Let's see this, and after that we can say goodbye. It's been
A farmer planted bamboo seeds while his neighbor rushed to grow corn. So for 4 years, the farmer watered and fertilized daily, but nothing grew. So the neighbor tells him, "You're wasting your time." And he shows off how his corn had grown. And the farmer just says, "Bamboo grows where you can't see it first." And in year 5, the bamboo exploded to 30 feet upwards in just 6 weeks. The farmer dug around one stalk, revealing massive roots that filled the entire field. The neighbor was shocked. Now it will survive storms that flatten other crops. The neighbor's soil is depleted and crop yields declined each season. True growth happens underground first. It happens below the surface. And if you grow your business without building the foundation, sometimes that means you becoming the person that you need to become. What you end up growing is your problems instead. A farmer planted bamboo seeds.
okay. That was fast, but good. That's fast, but good. Yeah. Okay, let me check. Okay, cool. Yeah, so basically, I thought to finish, for you can create a great business, working yourself, working the underground, put your roots really, really, really strong. Strong roots, meaning in human life, strong beliefs. Work on your beliefs, work on your instinct, work in your perspective of yourself and what you're worth. If you don't think you're worth a lot, you will never charge a lot. That's the thing that you need to understand. You really, really don't think that you're worth a lot. It's impossible for you can charge good money. And at the end, if you charge good money, you're making a favor to everyone, to your clients, to yourself, to your kids, like MD, right? It's like, if you charge, hey guys, how are ya? Hello. That's what. Oh, he's seeing from your back. Hey, I see your face now. Good. Hello. That's so great. Okay, guys. So work on your beliefs, work on your instinct. This is the goal for this week, and spend some time in silence. My recommendation is really good thing. Hey, Rosman, is your daughter too there? Awesome. That's great.
All the
That's
time.
Great. All the time.
It's not for me. Huh?
Yes, that's it. Oh, it's cool. This is like a baby. It's a baby cat. Oh, that's so sweet. And Mario was background. Mario, right? Something like that. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Hey guys. So what? Hey there. Hope you are enjoying the video. Just a few seconds. If you're stuck below 1K gigs and you want to start closing 5K projects on a monthly basis, this is for you. In the description below, you can apply for our free school community. Inside, you will get a private 3D community, a mindset module, a modeling and animation course, a cinematic 3D lighting course for free, a high ticket sales course free for now, and the Vault with our best training. 1 year full of meetings ready for you. Can check it out. Okay, see you there.